challenge you today about your thoughts. The Bible tells us, take your thoughts captive in obedience to Jesus Christ. I am not quite sure about the exact numbers, but I think there's something like 70,000 thoughts that goes through our minds daily. And we are only aware of something like 2,000, something ridiculous little. We should be more alert so that we can take our thoughts captive in obedience to Jesus Christ, because negative thoughts forms neural pathways, so it becomes a permanent thing. So my question today is, can you measure up to that scripture that says, think only on things that are noble and praiseworthy, etc.? Does your thoughts qualify that scripture? So now my next question is, what negative thoughts are the enemy telling you about you? You know what? This forms throughout our lives. Things happen. And the enemy knows how to reinforce that thought and make it come up again and again. I was told in so many ways that I'm a misfit, that I am. Well, I actually came to the point where I said, God doesn't make mistakes, but I'm the exception. This was reinforced so many times. It's like the enemy just put these people on my path that would break me down all the time. And I did not have a defense until I started to hit the road daily after I put on my sneakers and told myself why I love myself. And the only reasons I could find, and that was more than enough, is the way that God made me, the way He created me. I focused on that, the giftings He placed in me, and what loved ones and Christians would say to me, and what would come out in prophecies. And daily, I just needed to do it so badly, so desperately, that, as you by now know, I've done it for 2 years. And I'm back in the place where I realize I keep on getting these autoimmune diseases. And the message is really, stop being so hard on yourself and love yourself. Why on earth can I not love myself when I love others so much and I love God so much? Because there's still negative voices going on in my mind that the enemy puts there. So I want to challenge you today to just start to think about what are those negative goats that the enemy placed in your mind, and turn them around. If you feel that people can't love me for who I am, so I have to be somebody else, I have to adapt, then you start saying to yourself and speak it out daily, I am well loved by God and people just the way I am, because He made me perfect. What are your negative goats? Write them down and start to turn them into empowering codes. If you say something like, well, I'm just not good enough to get a husband, or nobody will be interested in me because I am too fat, or whatever, I'm too this, I'm not doing enough of that, then you start to say the opposite. I am highly favored. I am well loved because I am perfect the way I am. This is how God made me. Oh yes, there are things that we do, like, binge eating or comfort food eating. I started to become aware of this a year ago. And in no time I lost 10 kgs because I realized at night I was alone, missing my son. Yes, missing my perfect helpmeet. And that was the time that I would eat comfort food. I started to ask myself, are you really hungry? Why do you actually want to eat now? And then I started to look at healthy ways. I always loved healthy foods. I was never one for takeaways and junk food. I'm happy when I eat healthy, close to the earth, as natural as possible. But the times that I was binge eating because I was just feeling lonely, I had to address that. So I started intermittent fasting. And I found this to be really a joy. And I found that hunger really comes and goes in waves. So don't go grab for something to eat the moment that you feel hungry. Drink some water. Make some lovely black warm tea. There's so many ways. Just water is good enough to drive away the hunger. And then get yourself busy, sing a song or do a workout. Burst exercises 3 times a week for 20 minutes are excellent. I've got what we call a trampoline, a mini trampoline, which is a rebounder. If you do 40 minutes of intense jumping and then 30 minutes of rest for 20 minutes 3 times a week, gosh, that will be amazing. Make sure you drink more water, at least 6 to 8 glasses a day. Start loving yourself. But most of all, speak those empowering codes. Come on, go do your homework. This is worth it. Write down those negative codes. What is it that you came to believe about yourself? Because the devil keeps on telling you that. And those who are toxic in your life are telling you that. But it's not what God says about you. I was so, I can say touched about this. I had to do some research this week about Michael Bublé for my online learning. And I see that he was sleeping with the Bible since early age, praying that God will make a way for him to become a singer. Yes, of course he had to work. He had to study music and all that. But look at him now. He says he had a friend who would walk down the street and say, I have $1 million. He didn't have it. But Romans tells us, call in that which is not as if it was already. So, the challenge is out there. Please grab it. Love you.